I have 3 phones. One that's got all of my contact stuff on, that's got my emails, my WhatsApp, my texts. I have another one which is social media. Taking social media off your main phone is great. Don't sell the last phone. It's only worth 200 quid. It doesn't matter. Just keep that. Take social media off the main one. And then it means that you check it when it's Wi-Fi only, because you've only got one SIM card. So you can't take it out of the house with you. Maybe you spend time watching YouTube or texting or WhatsApping, but you're not falling down the TikTok, Instagram rabbit hole. And then I have a third phone, which is the personal development phone. So that's just meditation time, a breath work, like other bits and pieces that I would use. Sleep with your phone outside of your bedroom. Massive life hack. Probably the longest lever that you can have. You're never going to roll over in the middle of the night and check it. You're not going to watch it before you go to bed. You're not going to use it first thing in the morning. Just put it in the kitchen. Put the charger, take the charger right now and put it in the kitchen or somewhere else.
That's one thing that I'm not doing and I need to do. And I think it's the reason why my sleep is so weird.
Change everything.
Should you be training abs every single day if you want to have a visible six-pack? Well, in my opinion, no. First of all, you need to be aware of the fact that if your body fat percentage is not low enough, then you're not going to see them anyway, no matter how hard you train them. Second point, my recommendation would be to actually treat them as if they're any other muscle group. So train them maybe once or twice per week, but for 10, 15, or even 20 minutes, pick 3 to 4 effective exercises and be consistent with doing them, placing sufficient overload in order to promote muscle growth.
So I would say for a good 5 years, particularly the first 5 years of training, I was following a bro split. So I was just doing one muscle group per session. Now obviously I saw results from doing this, but was it optimal? Most likely not. Especially with some of my weaker muscle groups, only training it once per week, it was just not enough stimulus to allow it to grow as much as it possibly could do. Say for example, if I was to compare it, if I was to hit that muscle group twice per week. So now, when I approach all my training sessions, the majority of the time, I'm hitting at least 2 to 3 muscle groups in each session. The majority of the time, I'm hitting each muscle group at least twice per week.
For how long do you keep your calorie deficit when cutting? I think this is ultimately dependent upon what your starting calorie intake is and how you're feeling over an extended period of time. Usually, when I used to tell my clients to cut, or whenever I was cutting, it would be through a 8, 12, maybe even a 16-week period. But usually, when it gets to the point where you've drastically dropped your calories, maybe you're only consuming 2,000 calories per day, you're doing cardio every single day, and you can just no longer see any progress or any further fat loss, that's usually a sign that you should probably end the cut and then transition back into a maintenance phase where you can bump up your calories, drop down on the cardio a little bit, and focus on just building back a bit of muscle and getting your hormone levels back to normal.
Scene, business, family. Pick 2. You can be a part of the scene, you can be successful in business, you can be a great part of your family, but it's really, really, really rough to do all 3.
The most difficult thing I've had now, particularly when I go through phases where I'm super motivated and I want to grow, it's like the friendship aspect and the relationship aspect takes a hit. If you're trying to go full steam ahead with your business, I've noticed when I've been in a relationship, any spare time that I have to devote that to my partner, which then means I have to fuck my friends off. Whereas, let's say, for example, I was single, then that gives me an opportunity to spend more time with my friends. Like, to try and juggle everything is really difficult. 2 years ago, I was very public about my relationship. My girlfriend was all over the vlogs. She was everywhere. And she didn't mind. She was cool with it. But what I found was weird was that everybody knew my business. And I thought my life was very public as it is, doing the vlogs. Now I'm being very public with my relationship. And during the relationship was fine. Maybe every now and then she gets some weird messages, weird stalkers. But when we broke up, that was when it was a problem, because everybody kept asking me like, oh, what's going on? What's going on with you? What's going on? Like all the YouTube comments, all my inbox. Same thing with her.
Go on then, let's start filling up the tub. It's a full boat, guys. Bit of an awkward situation because there's an ex on the boat. There's also a girl who I'm currently seeing. Dubai's a small place. What's that, boss man? That's all I'm allowed today.
If you go to the gym and you train with that ultimate focus, maximum intensity, you could realistically get incredible results, maybe only training 3 times per week.
Dorian Yates, that's what he did, right? A lot of the time.
Four times a week, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
£4 a month right now, mate. It's absolutely disgusting. First app's like £400 a month or something. Anyway, we're done. We are in a bit going to film an incredible Q&A, which will be more in depth. We're going to answer some very
personal questions.
You're going to hear things from Mike you've never heard before. That's going to be up next week, and then you're posting a video probably around the time this goes on.
Vlog behind the scenes, what actually happens. What it's like to stay with the Morsi at home.
My house is like the Morsi app of houses. The first app is like this. Imagine living in there. That's like the first app house equivalent. Cool. We're done. That's it. The video's over. What are you doing?
literally going to be marked. Whenever you're doing a shoulder press, you need to stop pressing like this and bringing the dumbbells all the way down so they're touching your front delt. The proper way to do them is to bring them just to around mouth level, so your elbows are staying at 90 degrees, and then you're driving back up, bringing your elbows together.
Ay, mi marido ya. Ay, papacito hermoso, divino, precioso, chiquito. Ay, pinche chacalote tan hermoso. Ay, hermanas, perdóneme, lo dije o lo pensé. Es que está hermoso, hermoso.
Nice to meet you, I appreciate
Who
it.
do you think's got superior videos?
You're both very
No, but who, if you had to choose, like...
I'm watching a lot of you at the moment.
In the moment.
I watched a lot of you a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago. Your videos changed to a lot more vlogging. And I like your gym stuff. I love your gym stuff as well, but yours is more kind of like focused for the gym. Since you've been doing, was it Gladiator? You're more like a comedy gym.
Like a clown.
But with that said though, it's mad that I've got a better physique than Mike does. That's the
It's
weird thing.
outrageous. Outrageous.
Yeah. So,
Should we do 3 plates for a laugh? For a giggle?
yeah.
That was heavy.
I'm aiming for 18 reps of it. Push. Oscar. Push. Got it. One more. Go. Oh, you absolute little melt. Why did you do that? I barely touched the thing there. Yes, you did. I literally asserted no force on that. Wow. That was entirely you. Looks like you're on a ride. Looks like you're on a Alton Towers ride. Wow.
No man should have his feet dangling on anything. I actually don't do this one very often, so it's such a headache to set up. Why raise?
It's called a Y raise because I'm like, why are you doing this?
Arms have to be straight, completely straight. Straight. What have you done there?
What's just happened? Look. David Blaine. I've got to try and get out of it in 30 seconds. I'm not awkward as with my legs down there.
Straighten your arms.
Because my biceps are so big, it looks like my elbows are bent.
Straighten.
Strong here. Why do you have so many keys there, by the way? Rob's a caretaker at a local primary school on the weekends. The one thing you do that I like, the only thing you've ever done that I like, is you do diagonal crossover. Yeah, they're actually good. Towards me. What are you doing? Right, that's on video now as well. I'll be seeing you in court. It's one of the few exercises for triceps, same as dips, where you're in this position here. Do you know what I mean? You're in that shoulder-like extension, whatever that position is here. When you lock out,
yeah,
it just feels juicy. Do you know what I mean? Such a strong contraction. You were standing, I'm sure you were standing further back than that. God, well, that's so distracting.
Triceps.
Get away from me right now. Give me a sec, will you?
Give that to me. Instead of doing a single arm with 17.5, I'm going to do both arms with a 25. Reducing the load on either arm. Might as well do some proper serious weight if we're going to do this.
You've also drunk 0 water in this workout.
Yeah, no. I should drink more water. Don't forget the mandatory shadow box in between sets. Go on.
Should we do 40 for a laugh?